Hello, my name is Neva Howard, and today I'm going to be discussing genetics-based methods for agricultural pest management. This article talked about several different methods that we are currently using to decrease the population of insects. These insects are damaging our crops and spreading infectious or harmful diseases. So the first method that they talked about was the sterile insect technique, also known as SIT. And this technique takes a genetically modified sterile male insect and releases that sterile male into the environment to go and mate with a wild female. The eggs are not going to hatch of this mating because the male is sterile, so it's going to decrease the population. They found that releasing just the sterile male and not sterile females along with the sterile males was more beneficial due to the sterile males and females mating with each other and not going out to find mates. So if they release just the sterile males, those males are going to go out into the environment and find wild mates. The second method that they discussed, or one of the second methods that they discussed within the article, was genetically modified males that carry a lethal female gene. So their offspring, the female offspring from this male, are not going to be able to survive. They also discussed the crops that are express insecticidal toxins. So these crops, obviously our insects are not able to feed on them. And they have seen some resistance concerns with these crops. So in order to help combat some of that resistance or to slow the resistance, they have been injecting high levels of toxins into these crops. So these crops are very toxic to the insects, as well as having a refuge or a toxin-free crop for these insects to feed off of. Towards the end of the article, they discussed combining several of these techniques to help both decrease the population of these insects as well as slow the resistance to toxins within these populations. One of the methods that was discussed was releasing a genetically modified male that is sensitive to the toxins within the crops, and the male would also carry the female lethal gene. So that male that was released would be sensitive to those toxic crops as well as not be able to produce female offspring. Overall, this was a very interesting article to review. It had a lot of very cool information and showed us really what is going on and how they are helping to combat some of these infectious diseases that are being carried by these insects, as well as solve some of our problems with crop damage. I believe that the people and the scientists that are working to solve these problems with these insects really have society's best interest at heart. Thank you for watching my video.